19. It's mousesports versus AVANGAR. We've got 2 games to go. This is one of them. I'm Machine. I'm joined by Henry G. We had somewhat of a technical pause, so thank you so much for staying with us. Mouse did go, oh, of course, it was mousesports with the mouse issue.
Indeed.
For all of the dankest of memes, but yes, it was Woxic unable to, well, probably the most crucial piece of hardware you need to be an esports
The only
athlete.
one you definitely need. Yeah. The headset we can work with. The keyboard we can replace. The mouse bungee, not a problem. The keyboard, you know, it doesn't matter too much.
Mouse mat?
Yeah, the mouse mat even. We could say, you know what, I can use a different mouse mat. The mouse, you probably do need that specifically. You do. That's the one you've been using the last 2 or 3 years. You definitely need to.
I mean, it would be the equivalent of a tennis player using a different racket.
Yes.
I mean, it's so extreme.
Well, there we go. Hopefully, we're back underway. We are told after that video we're good to go.
Well, of course, Henry, using the tennis analogy, interestingly enough, tennis players, professional tennis players that are paid to play tennis, they tend to bring
spare rackets.
I mean, over 10.
Yeah, sometimes it's known to happen. You know,
unwrap them live.
We are a few stages behind that in esports, it seems, as we have just the 1 mouse per player. It's a dangerous game we're playing. It has come back to bite us in the arse, finally, and here we have it.
I'm almost certain. You know how my mouse analysis has been spot on so far, Henry?
True.
I see a different mouse on Woxic's mouse pad right now.
I think you're right, because the Sensei Raw does not have a light on the middle scroll wheel.
I mean, a glow function is available within the software for the mouse wheel.
For the Sensei Raw?
Yeah, just the mouse wheel.
Oh, I didn't know that. So maybe, well, I don't. That's not conclusion yet.
No,
we'll have
not
to keep
yet.
Going.
However,
You got to zoom in on the mouse.
No, he's making sacrifices. Well, no, with a cable. It was a braided cable with white spotting. Oh.
Here we go. Enhance.
Enhance.
That looks like, it looks Death Addery to me.
It looks a bit Rocket Coney.
I don't think anyone's dropping that in the major, to be honest with you.
I don't know, man.
Keep going. Enhance. Just 10 more %.
Okay. It's definitely a different mouse. I'll tell you that much. That's all I've got.
Logitech-y.
Logitech-y. Well, it does. I mean, so as long as it can get his DPI,
sure,
he's at least playing on the same sense.
Well, that's something.
It's not the €5 no DPI thing he was playing on before. So
why was that the one that was brought up? Surely you go to any other pro and say, "Can I borrow your mouse?" Surely better than the €5 extravaganza.
I think it was one of those halfway through a game type deals, like just grabbing whatever he could.
Coach have a mouse?
You know, these are all such great questions, Henry. I wish I had an answer.
If I was the coach, you know, I'd just ask him what the mouse they use. In my backpack, I've always got 5 mice ready to go.
Yeah, like the manager.
Yeah. You know, that's always my prerogative. I'm going to make sure anything that happens, one day, I'll be the hero for any of these guys.
Well, it's all smiles. Karrigan's trying to keep morale up, and it does seem like mousesports are going to be getting back into this one. I see fist bumps. He's back in the server. Let's keep a close eye on Woxic for a while. We'll keep checking in with him to see how he's doing, as it looks like we're back underway. Thank you so much for staying with us. I can see the timer moving, players moving, and players able to talk. It's all back underway. And it does look like they're going to be loading a bit of a reset on that round after all of the hijinks that we witnessed. So 3-1 was the score. AVANGAR, I mean, Henry, how's your memory? You want to give us a quick recap of how we got here?
To this point right now, we got there with a pistol round victory from AVANGAR. It was a lovely start to the game. Came down to a tense situation, but AVANGAR managed to get the 3-0 start they much needed. I have to say, mousesports certainly the favourites coming into this one, but we did just have a gun round go in favour of mousesports by virtue of the mid push by Frozen, shutting down the AWP presence of Jane because they focus on a 4-man setup towards B at the very start of each round. That's their go-to, but obviously mousesports had that information available to them. I don't think we'll see it that much from AVANGAR anymore.
They're going to lose that whole tool at their disposal. It did make their B defense oh so powerful the first time we got to see it. And so AVANGAR versus mousesports, and we're back into the fray. Jame on his signature weapon. We'll see where he chooses to utilize that AWP. It was a big part of the first round mousesports won, was him firing off 1 shot was all it took, and Frozen, I mean, I would be surprised if he tried this again. Smokes are landing. That was thrown by Kickit. There is somewhat of a gap for him to charge through, and he gets the frag. That's big. Already Sanji's under trouble. Waters, he's going to get the first. He's going to be worrying about the buys from the right-hand side. That's 1. Sanji's doing so much work here. Frozen's got lost in the smoke, but he's being supported by Buster in a big way. 2 from him. And now Rops, he's left to his own devices. He's 1 versus 2. He narrowly misses that shot. What did he pick up? It's a Molotov. It's not the dream.
That's fine, because now he can actually get the bomb. They extinguish the flames.
It's almost a 2-for-1. And another Molotov to deploy towards Library. It's working out well into Apps. Buster has Crawl. He really did save AVANGAR from this round. Let's see if he can close it out. Rops, you really have no right to do anything more in this. He's been spotted. This is a problem. What do you do now? Buster throws a molly. He's got no HP. He's going to be going down to Buster from Apps. 3 in that round, and the savior of AVANGAR.
It looked like mousesports had done enough there, but Sanji saves them. He had a very quiet game earlier against Complexity. They still won the game, but he was nothing to really report on. He didn't really have many frags. He was just getting 1, maybe, when he's holding the bomb sites. But that's big from him. 2 big kills there from the bomb site box itself, right in the corner. Manages to fend them off and buy time for Buster, who has been a star player for them today. He dropped like 27 kills in their first outing. And here he goes once again, denying the plant, finds the bomb on the floor. Rops did a great job to even make that round close, but Buster's positioning towards the apartments was a long con. It works out for them, and it is going to be 4-1 in favor of AVANGAR here as we enter round number 6. Plenty of money for mousesports, though. They have the AKs and the AWP for Voxic.
And sending Jane Banana.
Oh, they are. You're right. So no 4-man presence here. It's more traditional, but they do have the AWP on this side of the map.
Flash does force Jane back kick it towards Sandbags. He should have been caught out, but Buster again bails him out, saving his teammates time and time. Carrigan through the flames. He wants to push where it hurts and catches kick it in transition. A double. Gorgeous from Carrigan. He can just escape now. Damage done.
Yeah.
And the CTs, they're going to be forced to work with what they've been given.
Oh.
What? Through the wall connects into Jane.
That's really quite impressive from Carrigan. I didn't catch his game earlier. I saw a lot of tweets praising him, saying he was excellent in the first showing, and Rops will continue that train of thought as he takes down Sanji in that pit position. Adren now to be tested. The old guard waiting on the A side here. We'll see if he can find multiple frags. Jane helps him out. Back to a 2 versus 2. Good flashbang. Might be able to set himself up for a kill towards quad, but holds strong. Pushing them back towards middle and indeed towards the B side. This could be a great call from Voxic. They don't have a smoke for the cross to the side, but no one's actually there to receive. So this is fine. They can cleanly make their way towards the B side, get the bomb planted. No problem at all. They actually find a smoke in transition. They will drop that. Bomb to be planted with an AWP up. This is looking very good for mousesports.
Yeah, picked up 2 Molotovs as well. One already deployed. A second could come in handy for this attempt at a retake from the CTs. James could be walking through that smoke. It wouldn't surprise me. Instead, opts for a route towards construction. Voxic staring at him. New mouse. Didn't quite manage to hit that first flick. But Frozen will make his presence known. Now James just going to Scarpa. Does catch Voxic, and I say Scarpa now. Upgrades to the M4. Could try and change things around a little bit. The Molotov hasn't quite gone to plan.
No, Frozen.
And no way, Jose. He's going to have the defuse. That Molotov is one for the comic strip.
Yeah, the blooper reel.
Oh my goodness, that's unfortunate.
So he was trying to bounce the Molotov on top of the bomb and guarantee success. Nice idea, but if you just AFK'd it towards the barrels and Banana, he probably wins. That's the problem with that, because as soon as he drops that Molotov, he knows he has a challenge now. There's a chance he might not be able to see the bomb with the awkward Molotov he's thrown. He made his own bed there. Yeah. And James tucked him in.
Wow, I mean, I'm almost certain the way I read that was James was accepting he wasn't going to win the 1v2.
Yeah.
Then Voxic presents himself new box, and well, the rest is history.
He can't believe that Molotov bounced back. I think that's what he's annoyed at. But there should be no way AVANGAR win that round, and that's a gutting one to give up. mousesports, maximum loss bonus, and the bomb plants will be able to buy once again. They still have the AWP of Voxic.
I fear that's going to come back to haunt them. I think that's going to start playing on their minds. The nades do land, but this time to no avail. Just Chris J tagged up just a little, keeping the default spread for now. Towards top Banana to clear it, and that's all the information they need for now. Realize that they've taken all of that away from the CTs. Keep them guessing. Smoke deployed in response. Plenty more where that came from. One more for Adrian, actually, as the T-smoke start to land. Forces Jane back on towards the site.
Slow approach here from mousesports, still with 3 smokes available to them. In terms of map control, 2 players of the bomb towards the mouth of the B bomb site. That's going to be on the back of Voxic with the AWP. But they still have to break down the defensive of that site. Buster still with the incendiary, but Carrigan does find a quick pick. That's towards the A side of the map. That's going to force a rotation from kick out. They've got 30 seconds here. What's their play? Now it's a 4-on-4. Do they even justify falling back towards the A site here? They've got no smokes, just a Molotov, and Frozen will have to lead the charge here, holding W, doing what he does best, looking for those headshots.
Major in pit, he can be so influential here if he gets this right. 1, 2, not the third, but that's a huge amount of damage. Sanji can finish off on that. Nice connection from Woxic. New mouse, no problem. He has to go 1v3. He's being flanked fast by Buster. He can hear it, has to react. It doesn't connect. And that's another for AVANGAR.
It was looking so good for mousesports there. They get the opening pick. 30 seconds on the clock. They have no grenades as well. They decide to go back towards that A site, and then they go into a 4-on-4. At that stage, the crossfire was set up there. It was Adren in the pit. He gets one, gets fully blind, commits to the spray, takes another one down, gets half HP on the penultimate player there. Bomb planted for Voxic continues to allow them to buy, but that's about it. They're 6-1 down here. There's been some very close rounds. The only round mousesports have won so far is when they've rushed middle against that 4-man B stack. We said AVANGAR probably won't deploy that much going forward, and they haven't really since. There'll be 3 players towards B this time.
So you could say that mousesports in rounds 1 have only killed 1 player.
Yeah, you're actually right. The Browns have actually succeeded in. They only got 1 kill in, but this is looking much better. Sanji will be taken down by Voxic, and they'll try and get the frag back in their favor, dropping everything they can in return. The grenades towards Log, very effective. 6 HP for Voxic there. He'll live to tell a tale, and that's not a huge issue. He's already got first pick, and he's got the AWP. You'd always give your AWP, or the AWP away to your low HP player, so it all works out, really. Jame will be holding towards the boiler room now. A difficult shot for him to hit.
Does love these ambitious close quarter angles. Likes to fill the gap. A rifle of wood. A lot of responsibility on Jame, and actually lots of responsibility on Adren, because he's been given the responsibility of holding apps, and that is where 2 members of Mouse start their crawl. Saying that, Adren falls off. It's going to be just Jame left solo on A for now. Where's this coming from? It's because the smoke just landed in CT, thrown by Carrigan. You can see it from Adren's POV.
Wow.
They've pulled all of the right strings. And again, Jame finds himself alone. This time, he finds the shot onto Carrigan. Not the same as the round before. The only round mousesports have previously won. Again, it's on Jame solo A. And again, the bomb goes down with 1 kill. 2 rounds, 2 kills. Mousesports story so far.
If you win the rounds with 1 kill, it actually means you did something really good. You've done something pretty remarkable. And that is, again, Carrigan. He made the call on that round they won before with the fast mid push. This time, he's dropped that smoke towards the B side, which pulled everyone over and left Jame isolated once again. And there it is. They get that 1 kill, and Sanji is dropped. And all of a sudden, it's actually going to be 8 players surviving in round number 8 here. And it's going to be a 6-2 scoreline. So mousesports very happy with that one. No heavy lifting really having to be done.
All good in the hood for Woxic as he scarpers to the maximum range he can. Given the damage those nades did. Wow. They really ate that bait. Carrigan, he laid it out for them. He really did. Set the trap.
Yeah, very cool stuff.
2-6 though, huge lead for AVANGAR at this point in time. We'll see if mousesports can continue to play the mind games. Carrigan certainly is playing a game of chess right now. Newest addition to AVANGAR is Adren, major champion, of course. And a big name. We've seen his kind of attempts to climb the Counter-Strike ladder in different names. FaZe most recently, of course, that has been outlined as somewhat of just a space filler. Desk's words, not mine. Carrigan catching a lot of nades on Banana. He should go down here. Kick it, aggressive, trying to change things up on Banana and being rewarded for it.
Flashbang deployed, and so is the headshot. Jame holds his nerve and removes the head of Voxic there. So that's a very common approach. If you get blind, you give it a half a second, pull the trigger, and it's very well timed. Lovely play from Jame. They've got a 5-on-3 advantage now with 2 AKs and a Krieg up. Chris J, Robs and Frozen have their work cut out for them. They still have time here. Problem is, AVANGAR have full control of the Banana position. They actually have Kicker and Buster right down to the mouth of that area. Robs smoked out for now as they decide to fall back. A little bit of damage there. Hitting Kicker through the corner of the half wall.
Oh my God, Henry. I can see the A in the AVANGAR logo for the first time in my life.
Yeah, you just saw that?
It was always just a trident.
Sure. But
it's an A.
It is. They've done something there, haven't they? They've done something.
My brain is...
A graphic has been designed at some point.
You could say a professional graphic designer created a logo. Nice work from Frozen. Wow. Looking to make this 3v5 work. He's got eyes on Sanji. It's a free frag. Sanji just has to keep hold of crouch, and oh, it's not so free anymore. Frozen He falls straight into that time trap. Now Rop's left alone. Does have the bomb, smoke pluming.
Yeah.
And he should be able to at least get this one down. I say that with bated breath because Cricket's already in construction. Will do so. Bomb down, has flashes.
So if he's smart here, Alex, he wants to make sure his teammates are ready to go when he does as well. You do not want to be challenging the solo position. His teammates should trade this off, so that's absolutely fine. Sanji to close things out there as AVANGAR put another round on the board. It will be Kicker to defuse. They're going to make sure they collect all the weaponry, so AKs, AWPs, exactly what they've got here. And 2 players survive. Money's still there for mousesports. They've got plenty of it. They haven't really been broken that much. It's the new financial system that allows us to have more gun rounds. It makes best of ones a little bit more weighted, I would say, than they were before.
How common is this many diffuses? I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 diffuses in 10 rounds.
Yeah.
That bomb's going down from Mouse. It's just not being converted.
A lot of retakes from AVANGAR going very well indeed. And mousesports, they're not necessarily playing badly or anything like that. They've been unlucky with some of the scenarios that have gone down, like that Molotov from Frozen, for example. That was a nightmare. You don't normally see him making mistakes like that. Normally, he wouldn't even bother the grenades. He'd just be playing the one-on-one duel. But still, rounds like that and nightmare scenarios falling apart for them. We'll see if they can get back on their feet. They still have the cash. They still have an AWP if they want it. Voxy goes against it this round. Going to stick with the 5 AKs. James hitting some wonderful shots in the last couple of rounds. Still has his, of course. Currently sat on 9 kills, 3 deaths. At the very top will be Buster. Really impressed me this tournament. He's got 10 kills and 4 deaths. He certainly has been the star of the day for AVANGAR.
He certainly has. That's Molotov. Voxy can play in front of it. Fights down middle just yet. So what is this from Mouse? 4-second mid, couple of just stray bullets into apps.
Problem is now they've allowed banana control fully granted towards AVANGAR, meaning James can be alone towards B, and they have 4 players on that A bomb site. Sniper can patrol that position, no problem. Challenge for 1 kill and fall back and call for backup. Adren on the windowsill as well. That's a really nice setup.
That looks good. Playing anti-flash, of course. Sanji gets the first. He has the support if he needs it. Quick from Karrigan, though. Adren, that's the worst case scenario. Still fired off the warning shots. Now getting wallbanged, falled off. Converted by Karrigan. He gets a double. The man's on fire. 3 in this round. Karrigan's going hunting. He might even find a 4th here. He does. Buster goes down as well. He's a bloodhound, just sniffing him out.
He's like, I'm not done yet, boys. Don't plant that bomb. I can smell another. Rops will be looking for the last here. That's much better from mousesports there. It's a Karrigan 4 kills, but we'll take it.
I mean, you need heroics to sometimes break this drought. And mousesports, we've made it clear, like, it's not like they're not playing Counter-Strike. Bomb's going down, 3v3 after plant, but nice work from Rops to find himself just the 1. 4 from Karrigan in that round.
That's impressive. I can see what everyone was talking about today on Twitter. Everyone's saying, like, Karrigan's killing it, the clutches, the picks he's getting. A prime example, he's really feeling it today. Opening pick was beautiful. And then the double kill as well. Adrenaline Kicker thought they were hell out of there, but no, Karrigan continues applying the pressure. Kicker, ooh, frustrated with that one. Got to chill out, my friend. Full eco on the cards.
Yeah, heart on their sleeves. You can say what you want about the majors, but it means so much to the players that it's so evident in the Counter-Strike, in the everything else, in the interviews.
Yeah, this is what all players aspire to play at. You know, this is the event. This is the one.
Here's a great example. Kirby talking about what winning the major so early in his career did to him.
Yeah.
You know, like he lost all motivation. It was like, I did it. I've done it. I've climbed the mountain.
You got the MVP as well.
Yeah, MVP of the major. I mean, what more? You can't ask for more.
I can understand why you put so much into that one accomplishment, and to start it all over again can be quite a daunting thought. Yeah.
Certainly. James. Oh, no! What? Lightning in the jaw of Rops, but doesn't catch him. Looking for that Zeus kill. You know, I think it's actually a worthwhile investment in maps like this where you can kind of dance around the apps. Like, that's a quick weapon upgrade. That's almost, I mean, it's more powerful than a CZ if you're in the right corner.
Yeah, we saw Ricky wielding it a few times earlier. Got a couple of kills with it. Either way, looks quite a simple procedure here for mousesports. The Zeus could have ruffled some feathers. Doesn't connect. It's a 5 versus 2. Make it 4 versus 2. Kick out. Not sure that CZ, but that's all he can find. And we'll see Buster with 22 HP, now 0. Nice flick from Chris to avoid certain death there. And it will be the 4th on the board for mousesports. Starting to come to life now. It's never too late. They could even come back and win this half. So it was looking a little bit detrimental getting to the mid stages of this half, but now fending off the eco. We'll see if there's another partial buy. I'm seeing CZ's purchased.
The kills look almost even. I mean, the only real front runner there, of course, is that of Buster. Worth noting that ADR of Rops, significantly less kills and yet more ADR. He's been doing the damage.
What have they been up to here? So they've bought an AWP for Jame.
What?
Adren's fully invested with an M4. Buster's got a USP and he spent all his money.
He went back to spawn for a smoke.
They've got the first pick, so it could work out for him. Not bad at all. Jame knew he had to step up there. They wouldn't be able to recover that rifle, but at least they have a man advantage. But this looks problematic to me. You haven't really managed to money in an effective manner, but...
See how they handle it. Kerrigan crawling up banana with Woxic. Is Woxic scoped in already? Yes, he is. So no noise needs to be made. Buster, is he up on oranges? You can see starting to actually swing with just that USP and a smoke. I mean, currently B is guarded by a silenced sidearm, unarmored, and then full executing into him. His smoke, I'm not sure that's going to hold them back. It isn't. Kerrigan, he leaps through. Straight into the site. Buster, he can't do much with his weapon. He's waiting for his teammates, the cavalry, to arrive. He does boost up kick it, but this time the CZ's not quite as spicy. Frozen shuts him down. Woxic connects with that AWP. And those weapons, this is now the conversation starts. Already you can see that Adren is already in library. James towards CT spawn. Hoping Sanji just takes a couple of bullets into those retreating mousesports players from the bomb radius.
That's pretty much all he can do now. They have to save those weapons. Luckily, they save both the ones that are invested in, and you still get money on the CT side if you save weaponry, so that's not a problem. But still, this was the dangerous approach. It could have fallen apart for them. And now Sanji, you can get the AK, get the hell out of there. This won't be bad, actually. And now he needs James to protect him. They know it. Sanji will try and make his way out, but Frozen ready and waiting. James cannot afford to lose his all.
You can leave.
He likes a save, and this time he hasn't.
He was, I mean, I guess the bodyguarding of Sanji was too high of a responsibility.
Yeah, now the question's there again, like, okay, now we don't really have much to work with at all. We've invested partially into that round, but we've left ourselves with Buster on 2,800, Adren with 2,400. You're going to have to buy again with what you can.
Buster's not going to be having a lot of fun for a while. There we go. Okay, so SMG full util.
An MP9 for Sanji, Buster the UMP. Didn't have to be this way, but they've still got the AWP of Jame, but he is glass cannon. So he has a smoke AWP. It's not a huge deal if he plays it correctly. This means he can't be super aggressive towards second middle. Maybe he can.
Maybe he can. It's Jame after all. And these nades from AVANGAR are causing so much trouble for Woxic. Nades, bullets, and flame. He's gone. Sanji responsible for it. So 5 versus 4. mousesports looking to operate with just 4. Smoke towards the mid. Jame is going to be pressured in a very big way. He does have the support though, and Buster's made that UMP work. That's quick. But how has he got 2 from that position? He's anticipating a Molotov. He's already got the smoke in his hand, and just like that, he has the smoke to escape. The Molotov did land though, a little off from normal. Great shot from Rops, my goodness. He's got a magnifying glass on the center of his monitor.
That's not bad at all. What a shot that was. It's still on a 3-on-2 disadvantage here. But plenty of time to work with, just under a minute. They have no utility, but they do have one disastrous weapon, which is Rops. We'll see whether he can make his way forward. And Kerrigan's not been playing bad at all either. Going towards the arch side, you can see Sanji is watching it like a hawk, but he only has the MP9 to defend him. If they go around this corner together, they like to get the kill, and then Buster is waiting towards Graveyard of UMP. If they go towards the A side, they've got a real chance of winning it, but they're waiting for a mistake at this point from AVANGAR. Nothing coming in just yet, making their way around. Remember, they've got no utility here. Face checking every position. They're trying to stay together. If they get this first kill, no problem. They're in good stead, but actually the MP9 coming out on top. Well positioned from Sanji.
Yeah, the fact that he hits that shot so well. Nice from Rops. If he can get to the site in time, that bomb can go down. 9 seconds. Safe plant. He knows Buster was pit, and that's where his eyes are drawn.
Oh, he saw him.
Certainly did. He's aware that the rotate's going to be coming in from B as well. 1 versus 2. He's got to get the timing right. Here he's in the middle of nowhere. Tries to bait out the shot. Oh! Okay, Rops. Quick turn. Couldn't return, though, to Adren. And that will be another for AVANGAR. Whew.
It was almost disgusting.
Yeah, that was almost gross.
Yeah. That could have been something really quite special. Robs gave it his all, brought it down to the 1 versus 1. Somehow, it was Sanji who actually saved the day with the MP9 of all weapons, holding towards that A-bomb site. We said this was going to be a difficult round for them to win, but they managed to overcome their problems in great style. That comes right down to the wire. Robs certainly had a chance of winning that, but it's Adren to close things out. 8-5, and we go to round number 14.
For all of their chaotic economic decisions that we've seen from AVANGAR so far, their decision-making, like leaving the 2 SMGs on A, sending the 1 rifle over towards B, it's all well thought out, and it's happening in the tiniest fractions of seconds. These decisions have to be made. Quick Molotov to middle, that will slow down. I thought Woxic, but no, burns his toes for a frag. James gone.
Yeah, that's audacious. I like that a lot. Voxic, that's really impressive. It's very synonymous with him as a player, I would say. That sort of play style, as we'll see. Sandy drop down towards the pit. Lots of damage done from Adren.
That's a lot, and Sanji can do even more now, especially the ones tagged up. He's going to be hunted down. Rob's great work from him, and now we can just have a shooting gallery if they continue to push through this. Gray screen for 1. It was kick it, and a second smoke starting to replace that. I feel like Rops has 10 nades every round. He keeps finding them. Another one, this time deployed towards Balk. One of Adren's own as well towards the site. It's going to cover off from pit. Should enable them once that fades. As Adren gives it to Buster. Makes a lot of sense. The guy's been looking great.
Yeah, with that rifle, he's looked fantastic. But at this point, Adren, all he can do is save the AWP. That little play there with the smoke down towards the pit, the flash over. They need to get a quick kill. They knew damage had been inflicted in buckets and spades there. Karrigan and Voxic, very low HP, but doesn't work out, and it will be mousesports picking up yet another round here on the T side of Inferno. It will be 8-6 after this. Adren won't be hitting that shot, but maybe this one. Karrigan will be dropped in the end. Nice movement from him, but wasn't quite enough to take down the final player there. Adren will be handing that AWP over to James, and that's pretty much exactly what they need. I can confirm he survived that one. They're averaging $2,000 per player on the CT side, but James will get the AWP. The rest of them will get SMGs or Deagles, and they'll do absolutely everything they can here. James probably goes towards Banana now. He's shown so much presence towards middle. He might mix it up and go Absol Banana. I would say middle probably is a bit of a no-go, considering they know an AWP has been saved. You never know.
We'll see what decisions they choose to make. Another AWP surrounded by Fisher-Price weapons. See how powerful they can be in the right hands, though. Sanji's been on the MP9, it feels like the entire half.
Yep. That's, yeah, not far from the truth, I would say.
Kickert, aggressive down Banana. He's doing this in pursuit of information. They may not have weapons, but they've got boatloads of info. They're going to be able to leave, I was going to say the AWP there, but that's kind of the only tool at their disposal. Rotate 1 off. Buster will be there to support A should they commit with his Desert Eagle. Chris J sitting towards T steps. He was there to catch any early aggressions from the CTs. A second smoke arrives. You can see just like that, almost comically. Karrigan, here's the smoke, appears in the screen of Woxic and disappears again. Back towards the A site as the smoke lands. There's still so much time. Chris J's already caught Kickert's aggression. We knew that was coming. And Buster! What was that? 2 quick kills. The head of Karrigan frozen gone too. Bomb loose up mid. CTs can respond accordingly. But with 40 seconds, there's no rush here.
There certainly is no rush. They've got advantages with the firepower, but if they go towards B, we know James is set up there with the AWP already. They do not use any of their utility. They had flashbangs available there. If Chris gets the kill, all will be forgiven, but he cannot get it. AVANGAR, remember, came in with 1 AWP, and everything else was compromised. They had SMGs, CZs, Deagles, that was about it. But they find themselves in a 4 versus 2 now. Rops and Chris J to try and make this one a reality for mousesports. They've got to check every single position here. It looks like they've done enough on the AVANGAR side, as it will go 9-6. It started off as a great half for AVANGAR, started to fall apart in the midsections, but they stuck the landing there with a couple of compromised buys going in their favor, Alex.
Yeah, and they play them well. I mean, it's so intimidating. mousesports, they don't even see that information, but we need to go catch our breath. I mean, we'll talk more about it when we get to that second half.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. AVANGAR. Oh, they do manage to win out. We'll see whether they can continue as we move over to the second half. mousesports, a few up and down rounds there. Some strange rounds, Alex, as well, with only a couple of kills being found and rounds being concluded. It's still anyone's game, that's for sure. AVANGAR have looked impressive at times and weak at others. mousesports had issues technically. You can see Voxic still not 100% happy with the situation over there.
Blowing on it, hoping.
It's like,
please.
Come on. This will work out.
This will make you feel like my mouse.
AVANGAR 9, mousesports 6. Like I said, anyone's game. Pistol very important in a best of one. We'll see who comes out on top here as mousesports swap over to the CT side. 6 is enough. They will worth a few more, but there's Frozen. After a couple of awkward moments for himself in the first half, does get the opening kill here to kick things off in the second. 5 versus 4. He has got Karrigan on the site with him. So he's just trying to suggest maybe he's there alone. And he'll hold towards CD spawn. Karrigan has got a smoke and a diffuse gear. He'll hold towards new boxes right now. We have one player not with the pack. That's going to be a Dren who's going through the apartments right now, making his way towards Boiler Room. Can't really do much of this. If he had a smoke or a flash, sure, maybe he can pull a player over. But now James being spotted. Frozen's not going anywhere.
He's going to stand like a turret, ready to take that fight. Confident in his own ability. He has the support of his teammates. He's just there to try and feign the solo B. That's the character he's trying to portray right now. Smoke will likely play ahead of that and then disappear into it.
They've got 2 players in new boxes now.
They certainly do.
Yeah.
That's a huge connection.
No
Flashed,
way.
Smoked, doesn't matter. A double kill. Chris J's finding himself ahead as well. Adren's gone. Finally, Buster will find just one redemption frag, but the round's already done.
That's wild from Frozen. He gets the opening pick, and like you said, he holds like a turret. Gets 2 more through the smoke, and they had a double stack towards new boxes. They had one on top boosted and one underneath as well. They wanted that to be a little bit more scrappy so they could show the world how strong that was. Unfortunately, Frozen takes all the fun away, kills everyone, and he got 2 through the smoke. There's 2 headshots there. He didn't see anyone. He was blind as well.
Yep.
Just all pre-aim. Beautiful.
Beautiful stuff. 4 kills, 2 of them completely blind, and a huge, huge round from the star of the mousesports show.
Well then, MP9s. An MP5 as well for Karrigan. No force buy here from AVANGAR due to no bomb plant.
Yeah, now as we jump into the mousesports CT side, it's worth mentioning their result versus 4s. They got 11 CT rounds versus 4s on this map. Very, very well set up, and clearly Frozen's a big part of it. To start this off, another double kill. Exactly like the pistol. He's so ready to take that fight is Chris J. My goodness. Hoping the Glocks come hunting for that SMG. Frozen's looking to line him up. So brazen. Voxic's arrived as well. Nice. Just like that. Taps away to number 8. This gap closes immediately off the back of the pistol. But yeah, as I was saying, sorry, 11 rounds on their opening CT side of Inferno. It really locked 4s out of that. We didn't get to see too much of mousesports T side in their first game. And now we find ourselves getting to see the whole lot of it. AVANGAR making them sweat, making them work in that first half. All of those retakes that came out of the AVANGAR CT side. It's a sight to behold.
Well, the AKs will come out now. Mac 10 for Sanji, 12 kills to his name. Second in the leaderboards right now for his team. 3 for mousesports, heading towards the B side of the map to kick things off. Chris J leading the charge here. Nice to get stuck in with it. An MP7 usually, this time on at the FAMAS. And bust up. He has been impressive at Banana all day long. We'll see if he can beat the smoke. He certainly can. Does he check the position? Close range, though. Somehow Frozen.
With an MP9?
That is now 7 kills in 3 rounds, and he gets a ding. That's actually Chris J dinking kicker there. They need that position. They've got a kill, but no HE's available. The incendiary certainly is. He'll be able to take one down. Rops will follow things up, and this is looking really, really good for mousesports here. 5 versus 2, managed to salvage a couple of AKs as well. Makteva Sanji will find the 1 kill, and actually might be able to get full access to the A side, but the bomb's down towards T-spawn.
Sanji, more like Sumji. The guy's only playing the SMGs, I swear. Mac 10 finds another.
That needs a bit of polish.
There it is. Thanks, man. Yeah. It makes more sense if you play Counter-Strike with me and I ask for a Sumj.
Sumj.
I ask for Sumjes often.
Wow.
Still, let's see how this one shapes up, because it did look like an open and shut case, and perhaps now it's confirmed. Nice work. Christian Woxic, patience prevails. Catches both of them, takes the AK out of the equation. And so completely level. mousesports winning that pistol and converting. You can see what that's done to the odds. Huge favor in favor of mousesports, brought to you by GG.bet, the bookkeepers of the major.
That's absolutely true. We are all tied up. AVANGAR, though, probably going to give this round away. They can partial buy at best. They're all sat at about $2,900. Sanji has $5,300 because he's been buying the Sumjas.
Thank you.
So often. He's bought. Oh, they've gone for the AWP.
You wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't
on
believe
a partial buy.
They've gone. I mean, it's such a Jane play. We've seen his entire
He's
team.
like, Sanjay, you guys see you've got a lot of cash over there, and we are going to take an eco, but I'd like to have the AWP
Listen,
if I
Sanji,
can.
man, I've seen you with
You're
that.
doing a great
I've seen
job.
you with that Mac 10, man. Like it's
It's
a
great.
really good look.
You're doing a great job. I feel like I can win the round now.
So give me the Zoom banger.
In all seriousness, I like it. Like James, like if he's confident enough, he can win this round for them. Why not? Like if you're feeling like you're desperate for a round at this point, and James says I can win this, you've got to have faith in
Let's
your
see what he
offense.
does.
You know?
I mean, what is the play here? He's going to look for a fast peek, I assume, towards middle. He's just holding the line for now. Going to sneak into Wox XP.
Oh,
oh
okay.
my God. I winked.
Yeah.
And not with my eyes. That is crazy.
You're disgusting.
Nice. White getting the opening first blood Jane was hoping for, but not far from it. And down to 59. I mean, they have to kind of sit back and wait, right? They have to kind of let Jane work the map. You can send those SMGs in. There's some flashes. Get that CZ on kick it. He's done some incredible things with that SMG. Here he comes. Jumps across to bait the shot. It works out perfectly. That's another weapon now in the bank. And Sanji, he's upgraded. Got himself the AWP. Now just peppering them from balcony was Adren. Cause a turnaround. Carrigan's low. But there's so much time on the clock. The T's don't have to commit to this despite all of the map control. They're in CT spawn.
They're going for the old banana split. Looks like quite a delicious one as well. Alex says they've got
all the trimmings?
CT. Well, there could be a bit of chocolate sauce and whipped cream here. We're not sure. The hot fudge. And we'll see. They've actually opted to go back towards A. 35 seconds. They do have flashbangs and smokes available to them. It's getting quite tense on the A bomb site. You got Carrigan with 16 HP, sat in the corner. Rob's trying to bait him in the best he can. Time running out here for AVANGAR.
This is so peculiar. There's an AWP in library, and there's 20 seconds left. They're coming from short, from apps. Rops could get caught out here if the timing's not perfect. On towards the hay bales would have been perfect, but Carrigan's made that low HP work, and it's just headshots. It's perfect. A double kill. A third from Carrigan. He's been down to 10 HP, and now he's hunting down James. This bloodlust cannot be sated. Finally, Chris J's there.
Exactly.
Damn, mousesports. They're starting to purr. The engine has got up and running.
It didn't look good at all, did it? They had the Carrigan with 16 HP at the back of this side. Rops are smoked out. It didn't look like they stood a chance, but he gets 3 kills. He positioned himself in a manner where he can only be headshot. If he delivers the first blow, he's going to win it. Let's have a look how this one went down. So you can see they can only see his head right now. They'd have to actually dink him.
That's a fair fight. He's got full health, you know?
So that's really, really well played. Showing his experience there. Carrigan makes it work, and they get double digits as we move into round number 20 now. You can see Sanji down to the Mac 10. That's what was predicted, and he'll have to do it again.
Another glass cannon AWP for James. On the T side, it's more of a risk. Those nades from the CTs can really take chunks out of you. And Woxic's already felt a chunk taken out of him, down to 17 very early, operating for the rest of the half with a bit more of a passive stance. Start to back away. Double AWPs. Chris J's taken that one to B. And that's one of the many things that I'm so, what's the word, smitten by with mousesports, is that their double AWP is Chris J and Woxic. Like,
yeah,
that's gross.
It's pretty spicy, isn't it? They had...
If Dust 2 was in their arsenal as much as, other maps, get to see that double AWP.
They did have Oscar and Chris J before.
Yeah.
That was pretty crazy, but yeah, this is just as lovely. Towards A, they go. The flash attack from the apartments here. You can see Rob's very aware of it. Voxic nailing shots behind him, but still a couple of quick ones here. Sanji making that Mac 10 work. He can find a rifle on the side now if he wishes, but this is his go-to weapon, it seems. He'll be sticking with it for now.
Sanji with the SMG, and bomb goes in. Clock extended, courtesy of Buster. CT is going to look to keep hold of their weapons this round, and so this one will just whittle it down. Gives you time to take a breath. Grab a drink, perhaps, if you're watching from home.
Quickly, though. You've got about 40 seconds.
Yeah, that's enough time to get downstairs, grab a quick beverage, ice cubes.
What would be your go-to beverage right now?
Right now, I'd crack into an ice-cold IPA.
An IPA? I'd go for a Ribena.
A Ribena? What,
Yeah.
are you 13 years old?
I kind of fancy
sick?
a Ribena. Hot Ribena. Have you
Hot
tried that before?
Ribena if you're ill,
That
man.
is lit when you're ill.
It is.
It is really good.
Yeah, you just use lit genuinely on microphone, by the
Yeah,
way. Like,
I know.
just
I
want
mean
people
it.
to
I stand by
it's
it.
dumb lit?
I don't know what that means, but yeah, maybe.
Could
be. Who knows? To be honest, whatever the kids are saying, all that stuff.
Ribena is pretty lit. Ladies and gentlemen, heard it here
Ribena is
first.
a cordial in the UK. A
cordial, yes.
Yes, it's a soft squash, I guess. You mix it with water, iced water sometimes, or you can warm it up with
The Dutch call squash lemonade. Really confused me for a while.
orange lemonade.
No, they just call it lemon. Like limonada is
Right.
what we consider squash.
That's weird. That's confusing.
Very confusing. Yeah.
What if you actually have
So
legit
if you ask for a
lemonade?
lemonade, you get like a Ribena. You get real confused.
Well, I'd be winning either way.
That's true.
Yeah, it'd be fine.
Are you thirsty, Henry? Would you like me to do
I am.
something?
Do you know what? Where's the water?
I'm all
I
out.
haven't. I'm not in the hydration gang right now.
No, you're not a hydro bro. A hydro
All that
homie.
stuff.
And all of that stuff, all of the above. We're into the round, though, as Henry starts looking around the room for water.
Found it.
Nice, congrats. Aid exchange hasn't got too much other than Kickett's health to worry about, and this is just like 2019 Banana is a smoky, Molotov-y, nady mess.
Rotten banana.
It really is at this point. Gets beaten up. They've made it wider, but still a brutal place to put yourself early. And yet a necessity.
A very slow approach here. B control granted to AVANGAR, at least the banana section. They have got Chris J waiting at the coffins. And of course, they'll have Frozen waiting with the AK-47 towards the new boxes here. In terms of utility, Chris has one smoke left. They have a couple of flashes between them. So they're not exactly an amazing spot to fend off a full B execution here. But there's not really much potential threat, at least until now. We're going to see the boost come through, and execution does come through, and it's going to be a lovely shot from kick up. And now Chris J really has to be tested at this point. The bomb goes down. That's the best kill he could have had
All
before.
the players he finds, it's the bomb carrier. Sanji goes down. They will be able to get those digits punched in without too much other than time passing. Chris J's trying to keep all eyes on him. He wanted a bait so they could catch a frag from the boost. James, he's close quarters though. He's in the pool. He's not going to be able to escape from that one. 3 versus 3. Chris J just a little lower than the rest. Quick from James, repositioning. He's given so much freedom, or he takes so much freedom, I think is a better way to describe it. They're running out of time now, running out of chances, and because that shot does not hit, Woxic's looking to try and hightail it out of it. Unfortunately for him, that smoke has cleared, and he will not be leaving with the big green gun.
There it is. It looked like a nice setup there, but that boost, it's one of those ones you actually check almost every single time now, especially if you smoked off towards coffins. You're going to come in pre-firing that, and they sent 2 players in to do just that, and it's Frozen that gets taken down. Chris J got a lovely kill through the smoke. Like we said, the bomb carrier, idyllic, it seemed, but they quickly recovered, and AVANGAR get that bomb down. Chris J got flashed by his teammates. He did try to push through the smoke of coffins, but at that point, he couldn't actually capitalize upon that flash. He actually caught it in the face himself. 11-10, AVANGAR take the lead on the T side here, but we do have money available for mousesports. I think there's a tactical pause on the no, as the coach will jump in, Alan, to dish out the orders, work out what's going to be happening here. You can see him being quite assertive. He's calling things out and looking at the buys as they come through. Voxy does have the AWP. 2 M4s out, Rops and Carrigan with those. Frozen yet to buy with 7K. Same story for Chris J. No double ult setup spotted just yet. Frozen still waiting for his opportunity. There's Jay getting it done. 4 M4s and the single AWP. AVANGAR 11, mousesports 10. We have one more game to bring you tonight.
I think James' stats might be right up there with X of Power. When we were looking at 4s, we found the stunning stats that suggested that he might be the most dedicated AWP-only player, as in his AWP stats in comparison to every other weapon were absurd. And I think watching the way James is approaching this game, he's so comfortable with that weapon in his grasp. It's there more often than not.
Sanji without the MAC-10 though.
Yeah, and this is kind of strange. He's got a
That's
rifle and
uncharted
utility.
territory, yeah.
See how they handle it. Reaggress towards Banana. Oh, it's gone so well. The rest dip behind the wall. It's traded 1 for 1. If Roxic gets away, that's damage done. It does delay them, but admittedly, abundance of time. Utility being thrown in their direction now. Woxic cowers. Smoke lands. It's going to be onto Frozen. His Molotov's going to show exactly where he is. He's caught with a smoke in his hands, and as it dribbles down, So do the chances of mousesports winning this round.
Yeah, especially the 4 versus 3. They don't really have much grounds to justify this retake. I would say to save the weapon, especially that smoke going down now.
That's a gift.
Yeah, and they just want to get out of there. And you're absolutely right. That smoke allows them to actually keep 3 players up at least. AVANGAR have got their eyes set on the prize of winning the round, and we'll see them just holding onto the bomb now. So that's another one on the board for them, 12-10. And at this stage, we're going to have 3rd stage loss bonus for mousesports. So they keep 3 players up. Rob still has $2,000 residual cash. He can drop 1 gun. There will be 1 compromise here. But still, 2 M4s and AWP. A kit for Robs, 1 smoke as well. So they're okay. Sick. Currently sitting on 11 kills, 13 deaths. He has had issues today with his peripherals. I'm not sure whether that's translating into this game. I really don't know, to be honest. Well, if we can, ask them after the game if they win. Maybe we can make that the first question.
I think that definitely is something that we can get
let's
answers
get let's get the answers to that, because it's on my mind. No, it's on yours. I can see it in your face.
Yeah, I can't stop wanting to, every time Woxic's missing a shot, I can't, with a new mouse, a brand new mouse at the Major, by the way, a random one that he's been given. For anyone that has just joined the series halfway through and missed the technical timeout 4 rounds in, it was due to a dysfunctional mouse, and a replacement has had to be adopted by Woxic. I mean, it's not as bad, but nearly as bad as when Guardian had his injury and was playing a grand final with, I think it was like quadruple his cents. Yeah. It really is just absurd.
I was going to say that, but I thought, you know what, Alex has got this. He'll say absurd first. Well then, B seems to be the focal point this round for AVANGAR. Oh my goodness, not before. A grenade that somehow doesn't take Kicker down. It landed at his feet, had about 30 HP. He goes down to 1, and he'll be given the AWP at this point. That's fine. As long as he stays alive, he's still part of the conversation. We will see now, 1 minute on the clock. James given the AK-47. He'll be joining Adrent with the rifle procedure towards middle. They've got that control. Frozen with the MP9, but it's actually reasonably strong towards the A side of the map. Problem is Carrigan, no utility. They've got Voxy with the AWP watching quad, and then we have Rops in the pit, I believe. So they don't have any utility between them, but they still have players there. Enough presence, at least.
Oh, Carrigan. He's using that silenced M4 perfectly. He sees a smoke. He knows he can shoot. Very hard to pinpoint his position. As Kickett's actually trying to use that AWP towards B. Fires off the shot, using that 1 HP as best he can to try and keep the CTs on their toes. Carrigan, he considered it for just a moment. Now Woxic sees the bomb and gets the frag. Rops is there alongside Carrigan. They're filling the feed. Just Kickett and James. And make it just Kickett. 1 HP in a dream. He's going to try and save that AWP as best he can.
Yeah, nothing he can really do about this. He will be saving the sniper rifle here. 5 players up against him, and the clock as well. 5 seconds remaining. It looks like he's absolutely fine to save it. We have got Frozen and T-Spawn, but not in the right position now. Yeah, if he'd have got his skates on there was a chance potentially, but not going to happen.
If he threw his smoke perfectly, it bounced off the door frame and did 1 damage to him.
If only he knew.
God, if only he was cheating and he could see through walls.
Yeah, that'd be something.
Still, 12-11 will be the score. Let's get a replay of that Woxic frag, just shutting them down immediately as they stood. Forced then to not only be concerned about the site, but also Pit, Rops, and the clock all playing a part.
I like that from mousesports, really committing to the crossfires there. They're not hunting for kills at all. They're waiting for full commitment from AVANGAR with the clock low as well to really force the issue towards the quad side. So that was cool to see. They win the round, and they've sent Rops down towards the bottom and middle here. Voxy to protect him, as now he's got the AK. This is where he can thrive, but they're waiting for him, and Kick Up deals with him in due course. It's going to be a nice opening pick. 5 versus 4, and now they can really just wait for any sort of reactions to the CTs now. Carrigan, here it is. He'll try his best to get this next kill. He didn't take any damage!
Okay.
That's insane.
Wow, from a little bit of a mess with the MP9, he recovers with an absolute nonsense. And look at Chris Chase!
What?
He's gonna not a second, tags up Buster. Some craziness in round 24 from mousesports. First they charge down middle, then Carrigan shooting people through smoke, Chris Chase behind them. Well, they know how to turn this game around and keep us on our toes, but still, Kick It and Buster. This is far from said and done. We just let everything settle back down. Woxic's heading back towards the A site, leaving Frozen in a 1-man mission on B.
True.
No nades at all. He's going to have to just fight.
Yeah, he can just sit towards email like he is, though, and just play for full commitment. Like, he'll just try to get 1 kill before they go down. If he gets it, round's pretty much done. He will have enough time for a rotation. I think it's going to be Voxy that makes his way over. He's currently in transition between A and B bomb sites, sat towards that arch. Frozen is trying to run the clock down the best he can. Can't really do much more than this. Going to sit and hopefully out-duel whoever makes their way towards that B site, and they might consider it to be clear at this stage.
Or if he just stops that plant, this is a dream for Frozen. Kick it can't cover everything. It's both. Lovely hold, lovely patience from Frozen, finds 12.
You can see they don't want to go for a double AWP setup at all. mousesports don't have that in their wheelhouse, apparently, because the AWP was there on the floor, didn't want it. So Chris J doesn't seem to be wanting to do that on the CT side of Inferno right now.
I mean, he's so much more flexible when he has a rifle in his hands.
Or an SMG, like we've seen it before. If he has an MP7, he can rush down that banana area time and time again and seem to sit in smokes and be a nuisance, and that's where he's happy to play right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a horrible story I'm going to tell you. It's a horror story. It's called The Tale of Sanji and His Buys.
He is getting battered and bruised out there as well. It's like, guys, can I have a gun this round? Look, man, maybe.
No, on his contract, it's like you can join the team, but you have to accept that James going to have AWPs and you're going to have...
I have nothing, mate.
Nothing.
Yeah.
See how this
Mac 10s or
goes.
CZs, and you'll be
And
very happy
you will love it. Look at this from Chris J. This is why he doesn't want the AWP. Just gets all that information for free. The deep smoke on banana, a staple. So early and so locked out. They're all on T ramp still, and that's enough information for mousesports. It's the safest way to take that peek. Chris J, an expert. He touched the sandbag just over the top, and that's the hardest shot. I mean, this is great. Look, we get a perfect tutorial from Chris J. You saw how little he gets to see. Oh, but that's should have been a kill. So he gets away. Chris J, he's lucky to be alive. Frozen looking to keep him that way. He's going to try and defend in front of that smoke. Adder in the meantime burns him. Nice work. Bounces off the skybox. Buster through the smoke, and that should be the site. That could be the round. Carrigan, the fact that he's re-smoking that does suggest he wants to try and contest. Pushing through the smoke, looking to catch them by surprise. And Banana, I love the thought process. Buster keeps him safe, though.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be enough here from mousesports. 4 versus 2 now. They have got a lot of cash, but not really much to suggest they'll go for this one. They've got one player all the way in T-Apps. It's going to be Rops and Voxy looking for exit kills. If they somehow come through CT spawn, it'd be a nightmare if they did. No real reason to do that, considering you have banana control right now. So it looks like another round on the board for AVANGAR to take the lead. 13-12 here. Looking to go 2-0 on the first day here at the Challenger stage of the Major. And we've got AVANGAR already taking down Complexity on Inferno earlier. And they could take mousesports as well. But remember, CT side, mousesports still plenty of cash. Voxig was 7K even after he saves the AWP. So he can certainly drop a weapon, but he might not want to, considering he's the AWPer. We will see. As we take a tactical timeout on the CT side, that's mousesports calling it. A chance to discuss things. You can see Voxig lifting up the headset again. Now, Alex, you had a closer look at the mouse there. Is that the one, that the Sensei Raw?
That is not the Sensei Raw. Certainly not with that lighting. RGB cannot be found on the base of the Sensei Raw. I think...
If you know what the mouse it is, let us know.
I think my Rocket Cone guess is good.
And he's left-handed, by the way.
Yeah, that is a thing.
So maybe that's why the mouse is a bit of an issue.
The ergonomic, he has to have an ambidextrous mouse.
Sensei. That's what it is, isn't it?
That's why I have one at home.
Okay, there we go. So that's maybe why he can't have a spare.
A breakthrough.
I would still say don't use a mouse that's only one of available.
Well, no, there's more than one of them. You
can no, I mean the Sensei. If he doesn't have a spare, maybe that's why he doesn't have a spare, because they're quite hard to find, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, he has to use a mouse. Which one do you use, for example?
I use the Logitech G Pro now, but that's the ambidextrous version. You can switch the
right.
buttons.
You can. Well, there you go.
I just remember when the Death Adder was like the only gaming mouse on the market. I just remember
2013 edition.
Left-handed gamers were not happy. I'm on the Diamondback 3G from eBay, bro.
I remember that, because that was the one that was actually a flat instead of the Death Adder, which is curved, right?
Precisely.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay.
Anyway.
Smoke from Kicker, thank you for listening to our Peripheral podcast.
For the lefties out there.
Tune in next week. This was for the lefties out there, yeah. All 4 of us. Nice work so far. Just trying to bully any early banana presence, but it hasn't really landed. Kicker and Buster are my biggest takeaways from AVANGAR so far. I think that these guys have got balls of steel. It hasn't been the greatest series for Kicker. Certainly had some impact frags, though.
Well then, less than a minute remaining. AVANGAR currently in the lead, 13-12. Another best of 1 game for you here. Winner of this will be 1 step closer to the next stage of the tournament.
1 step away.
1 step away, you're right, yes. I guess both apply.
I certainly do. There was less a correction, more of an...
a bit of malice in your voice there.
We could call it an addition.
towards A. The flash attack from AVANGAR once again. We're going to see 3 players busting out of the apartments here. And they'll probably have a smoke towards Library. Flash to come now. There it is. And Rops, he looks very comfortable with this. He finds the bomb and will stay alive at this point.
Lovely stuff. Sanji towards Apps. That's not bad. Adren shuts him down. And oh my goodness, Sanji. Suddenly, this round is looking more and more comfortable for AVANGAR. The bomb can go in uncontested. The rotate will come in. Woxic's a little late to the parties. He's coming from Banana. Smoke lands to obscure Karrigan's view. And my goodness, with Chris J falling, I think that might be enough.
I think you might be right there. That's a very important kill. It's Adren to find it. Karrigan and Voxic, they still have a slight chance. If the flash goes in, and Karrigan's been great in these sort of plays so far, but James hits a stunning shot. That will confirm things. And now it gets a little bit scary for the mousesports boys because they do not have maximum loss bonus at all. They're going to be 14-12 down. I think they're at third stage after this, if I'm not mistaken. So that's going to be $2,400 per player. They are in a lot of trouble now. Voxic saves the orb. He has enough to drop 1 weapon. Rops can buy himself. The other 3, they're not so much. They're less than that. So you got $1,900 per player. It's a second stage loss bonus, Alex. This is now problematic. So they've got 1 more pause remaining. I would say they use it now. I need to work out what the play is going to be. You have Rops who's brought up. They're going to buy whatever happens, but are they going to discuss their options here?
So, yeah, it looks like Voxic has managed to supply 2. With his orb as well. So, okay, so yeah, we get the FAMAS and the MP9. All right, let's see how this one works out. This is a huge round for mousesports' fate. AVANGAR, should they win this, they should have a walk in the park to secure 2-0. Day 1 of the Berlin Major. Aggressive from Woxic in the flames, no one there to receive, and it just costs him half of his health for the gamble. Buster, that's a quick one from Woxic. I mean, especially with Buster winning that fight so regularly in his first showing on Inferno. Oh, information denied towards Arch. No player was present, though.
Well then, back towards B they go. It's been a very successful part of the map for AVANGAR. They have lost that first pick, courtesy of Voxic. He'll have 51 HP, 1 frag to his name. That's Buster as well, who's been phenomenal today. Is it enough, though? mousesports will have 2 players towards B. That's going to be Karrigan and Frozen with a smoke between them. FAMAS and an MP9 combined, both on the bomb site here. They're going to bait out that smoke any second. Frozen knows it. He'll have to get rid of it any second now. Can't wait much longer. It has to be deployed.
They want to use Karrigan instead. He gets the damage, gets the info. The smoke from Frozen get deployed. And now, just the 1-for-1. Kick it. And James, huge work from that B defense. Not only do they slow them down, the rotate's already arrived. Look at this, Woxic from construction. Kickit does escape towards Pool. Oh, he eats that flash for breakfast. Nice work. James now looking to go 1 versus 3 to put them on match point. Woxic's just training his aim on this. This shouldn't be a problem, but it is now. James anticipating a banana push. Now focuses his attention back on the side. Christian makes his presence clear. He's holding it. He's holding it, and he's doing oh so well. 1 second. James falls straight into his trap, and the Dutchman is flying. 13 for mousesports. That's a ballsy call from Chris.
So Frozen, I think I didn't quite catch it, but this is what I think just happened there. Frozen saw the Molotov thrown towards first oranges. Instead of throwing his smoke towards the actual gateway of the bomb site itself, he threw the smoke on top of the first oranges to suggest the CT was there, and he extinguished the flames, and he was hiding within that smoke. That's what I think happened there. That's a godlike play. If that was the case, it enabled Karrigan to maybe get 1 kill off the back of that. But still, that was quite cool. He had the option to actually try and put the smoke down and block their vision.
Because I was looking, I was desperately trying to find where that smoke went.
I think that's what he did. I think he threw it on the Molotov flames to suggest someone had extinguished that and sitting in there.
And so that you're going to have people pre-aiming that gives you more of an element of surprise, isn't it? I love the theory. Of course, didn't quite get to catch it all. So much happening in such a short space of time. It's the beauty of Counter-Strike. Yeah,
because that's all they had to work with there. The smoke landed at the first oranges. That's what I think happened. If it did, that's really quite smart from Frozen. But either way, they will be winning the round courtesy of a full defuse from Chris J there. Balls of steel. At that point, he fired off a shot, hit the defuse, and while the orb's still rattling out, he might not have heard the defuse come in, and James just thought he had it under lock and key. Didn't realize that the full defuse was coming in. It's a big round for mousesports to win. Keeps him in the game here, 14-13. An excellent showing from both squads here.
Chris J truly did just save the day by holding that defuse. Brave. Okay. 14-13. Crunch time. Just posturing, bit of utility towards the top of middle. Woxic perfectly times that smoke just as the crawl was getting towards that half wall.
Slows down once again. AVANGAR felt like they could have tied things up there, got themselves to 15th round, but Kicker somehow catches Woxic off guard. He wasn't ready for that one at all. He gets a shot off, but it's nowhere near the target. Opening kill for them, and now it will be just Carrigan waiting on the side.
I mean, here's the steps. He's fully flashed. Is he going to go wide on this? It looks like he's going to have a go. Just the one. Jane quick on the trigger with the AWP. Bomb should go in. There's 3 CTs, but Sanji is behind enemy lines. Knife out from Rops. He makes a bit of a meal of it.
Didn't say he was the best.
And that's going to be Chris J shutting him down. 14 then, and that will be 15.
He did make a bit of a meal of it, but it was such a prime position. That was like, it was looking so good, but then the shots didn't really land. If he died there, that would have been really awkward. I think they still win the round, but it was such a brilliant setup. Didn't quite stick it, but
so patient. He was sitting there for the entire B take, looking to catch out the A rotate, and well, that's you're looking at them. Chris J and Frozen. Rops, of course, caught out by Sanji. And so match point then for AVANGAR, looking to go untouched, unscathed through the first day of the Berlin Major.
Lovely round from them. Fortunate there for Woxic, caught out by Kicker, who just swings around through the flames and takes him down. He didn't see it coming at all.
It was such a weird place for a molly to be.
Yeah, it was an odd series of events.
Yeah.
But either way, it's match points for AVANGAR, and they will be the ones taking a timeout here. It's understandable. These are the hardest rounds to find, number 16. They're on the CT side. You know they've saved weapons as well. So you need to really be confident in what you're going to be presenting next round. You're going for another slow default. You're going to go for that flash attack from the apartments we've seen a few times. Or you could do balls to the wall at this point, rush middle, and give mousesports a taste of their own medicine. There's James.
What, just, I mean, when you've got 2 rounds to play with, and...
Well, this is the round. If you're ever going to close it out, this would be it. They've got 2 deagles and a scout, right? With 2 rifles to go with it. Ideally, you want to do a real slow round here, just work out what they've got.
Pull teeth, like go around the map and just slowly make your extractions.
But it's never easy.
Certainly not when you're playing against Chris J, Rops, Frozen, Carrigan, and Woxic. This will not be given for free.
No.
Let's see what AVANGAR can do to secure the dream first day at the Major. Chris J does not care. Frozen catches Kicker through the smoke, and they... looking for a silent exit on Banana. He's looking to have the element of surprise. You can see his eyes quickly glance towards the floor. That's white. Deep Banana control. Frozen's having a little bit of a KZ challenge. Yep. There we go. Self-boosts himself onto the wall. Chris J pushed up. Nothing for James to find here. I mean, if he chooses to go a little more aggressive, he's going to get traded by Chris J instantaneously. You can see that smoke. Wow, that came a long way. That's from Rops, all the way from balcony to land top of Banana. Deep Banana. That's quite the smoke. Keeps them locked out.
1 minute remaining. AK heading towards T-spawn. Game wants to make sure that no CTs can get their dirty hands on it.
And I think there's no more smokes available. I thought perhaps Chris J and Frozen were using Ropses to keep hold of their own. Not the case. Weapon swap, Bogdan's Law, and all that.
All that stuff.
All of that stuff.
Oh, the flashbang.
Oh, if he gets this right, the flash is going to be coming in a little too late, though. Chooses to back away and keep hold of it. Now would be an opportune moment. Perfect work. 35 seconds. Anything to slow them down. Anything to let the cavalry arrive. It's Woxic, it's Carrigan. It's match point. They've got to do everything here. 27 seconds. If that bomb doesn't go down soon! Oh! What was that? An explosion of frags, all in favor of Mouse. Buster, he's trying to get that all powder away. You can see the little wobble. And so looks to go to his death. Take me. I'm ready. I'm yours.
Well, that's quite smart by him, to say the least. The fact he throws away the orb knowing they haven't got that on that side of the map, that's great. They still can't afford the AWP, but they can... Oh, I say that. They actually can on the T side, but there's still compromises to be made. There was Buster with $1,500, and they just straight up buy the AWP. No conversation had. Just bought it straight away. And what's going to be the repercussions?
What nades did they get out of this then? Hang on a second. I'm looking at the... You know,
Sanji's got
never guess.
He's got no armor and a CZ. He's been wrecked.
I love Sanji. I want to meet him.
He's getting wrecked.
Oh,
He gets no armor and a CZ.
it's almost like the Chad Sponge Birchall of late stage Vox Eminor, you know, just a vending machine.
It's so gutting for him.
Okay, 15 to 14. Now they're the ones making the sacrifices. Only utility they have is on one man. Chris J's banana push alongside Frozen was how they found the round prior, and he's there again with a gap in the smoke. Intentional? Not sure.
They have one smoke, 2 flashes. No one thought about the utility side of the game. There's all this board up there so quickly.
I mean, that's why you're so adamant about those timeouts when you have...
Well, if you have them available, you at least have the freeze time. You can discuss the options. It seems like as soon as the freeze time came in, everyone's just like, boom, 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 everything they could
hit
get.
the buy-binds and go.
Yeah. Now you got nothing. How are you going to crack things open here?
Isn't it? I mean, that's an interesting conundrum you're presenting me with, because admittedly, the CTs, they've kind of not got much left, so the punishment for this is minimal. Nobody's yet lit the battlefield, and only one smoke for Chris J for the defense. No Molotov presence either.
Well, if he gets the clock down to 30 seconds, that smoke becomes world-class.
Infinitely powerful,
It's so good, but he needs to get there first. So we'll see if that's possible. They're buggering around here on the AVANGAR side. I'm not sure the players, they've got the bomb there. But what do? They've got one smoke. Now flashed off. That's going to cost him a bit of time. He had to fire a shot as well. So now you want to throw that smoke in if you can. There it is. They might have to go through this.
I think they are. They're already ahead of it, and there was no one with eyes on it, and so the rotate will come in from the CTs. Chris J's smoke will extinguish the Molotov enough to him to have a way out, but Back's touch. Oh! And another 2! Frozen and Woxic have found frags as well. AVANGAR with 5 seconds left. The bomb is loose. James got an AWP, but that's not enough. 15-15. We're going to overtime.
We absolutely are. There we have it. It will remain on the CT side for mousesports, but that was just pretty weak from AVANGAR there. Like, the fact they bought out with no grenades. So you bring out an AWP on the T side of Inferno instead of grenades, like, that is silly. I'm sorry, like, James has not justified his play to the extent you're going to have no grenades in the final round of the game. They just needed to take their time and work out how they're actually going to get into a bomb site. They waited till 25 seconds after they finished boosting and bumbling around towards B.
Bumbling. Yeah, it did feel like they were bumbling.
They were, weren't they? And then they get caught off for a smoke, so they're segregated, have to push through the smoke, and then nothing really can be done. It was pretty woeful towards the end, but mousesports, they'll take that all day long.
But I mean, I do think that reflects the communication. Like, I think you can almost see that AVANGAR were uncomfortable in those last couple of rounds, just from those buying decisions, from that bumbling and fumbling that we've referenced. You know, it's clear that they were completely and totally lost. Now, a reset. It's back to a level stead. 15-15. Forget about all that nonsense. Get your heads back in the game. And let's see how things start off. Did look like we were about to get a bit of an AWP duel down middle. James was ready to posture, and James continuing to ready to posture. Look at him, charging straight up middle. Up past bench already. Chris J, he's been a real highlight towards Banana in the late stages of the regulation. She gets the info and backs away. Exchange of flashes forces either AWP or off. Bomb still at T steps. Any ground gathered here is going to be late to commit with the bomb. Sanji apps James up mid. If he goes an inch further, he presents his back and Carrigan punishes. That looks a little silly. Carrigan, a huge frag, takes the AWP out of the equation early. Kickett's already starting to poke and prod towards B. That's a frag he wants to convert. He already tagged up Chris J, but chooses to back away.
I think that's the right play. It would have been too much of a commitment for a Soto player towards B there. He'd have to swing out quite wide. He has no idea what's on the other side. But still, they go back towards B. Bomb picked up. They still have a singular smoke. But they've done it again, Alex. The same problem they had before.
It arrives. And you either walk through it, gray screen, and get triple killed, or you wait and you have 10 seconds. A flash works too. That's nice. Frozen's only going to get the one. It's down to Chris J, and he's going to have a close quarter fight with Buster. This is a different way the cards can fall. Same setup. Same circumstance. This time, AVANGAR have the afterplant.
Really do. Just to note as well, this is 10k overtime, so you actually do have to save weapons on the CT side, especially if the round's completely gone. They still feel like they can do this one in 3 versus 2. It's going to take something brilliant here from Carrigan. He has been fantastic all day long, but this time he will be going down early. Rops, no HP on Kicker and Sanji, but surely no chance of him doing much more than taking down a couple of players, saving.
I think there was a kill on Carrigan. There is. If they make enough of a noise exiting. Oh, it's Kickit spots him. He's going to try and back away. That radius, he's going to have to try and use Banana. If he can get across, it was brave. He knew what he had to do. Buster shuts him down, and that's going to be the first round of overtime, going the way of AVANGAR.
You're absolutely right there. Didn't look good. The build-up certainly wasn't there. The same problems they had before. 30 seconds remaining, smoke down at the choke point they need to get through, but somehow, some way it worked out. They had one flash remaining. It was a great flash. Right. Somehow bought them enough time to bust through that smoke, and Buster showing us what he's made of there with the AK-47.
I'll tell you who threw it. The hero of AVANGAR. It's bloody Sanji.
Now, he is a support player by its very definition.
By definition.
Like, he doesn't get a break anywhere. It's like, it is a viable role in CS, but like, he really is seeing how deep he can go with that philosophy.
Still fragging, out-fragging 2 members of his team. Buster close quarters with Frozen, and that's a big step, a big leg up in this overtime. It's MR3 10K. 1 round already, and a frag in favor of AVANGAR for the 17th.
And Carrigan, he's been impressive so far, but Buster looks like he's got his number here. Takes him down 5 versus 3. Is there any reaction from the CTs at this point? James looks towards middle with the AWP. Chris J, no utility at all. And remember, Alex, if they lose this round, you can see the money right now. Everyone's around like $1,000.
Here comes that silly question, but there's no silly questions. When you look at the fact that there is so much time on the clock and 2 CTs are dead already in overtime of the major, why are they? But why are they pushing? Is it just trying to catch them off guard? It's like a risk-reward type deal with mousesports?
I feel like they know their chances are really limited at this point, and when you get to overtime, like the strat book kind of goes out the window. You've kind of shown everything you have. You need to mix it up. That's when the in-game leader is most valuable because they know all your tendencies and what you're up to. This is what you call a gamble stack for mousesports. They know they've lost a round, but they put all their eggs in towards that A bomb site. And at this point, if they go A, sure, they'll go for it. Oh, it could actually work out.
Oh my goodness, they are starting to
go.
Hang on a second.
Get him further.
Buster's going to go. If he
there we go. Okay, he's fine. They're going to go back at the bomb. That was dangerous.
He got the information.
That was about to personify what I was talking about. That would have been really awkward. But luckily, Buster committed to that. Even at 20 HP, he's like, I'm going to go through and just confirm this is clear, which was the right call. They've won the round by that. So if you're AVANGAR by now, you know you've won the round. I would say go hunt. Let's get going. Let's go remove some of their money.
Like just unleash. Maybe like say send Sanji. Actually, no, he's got all his nades. Keep hold of him. But they'll keep hold of their weapons, or at least they'll try to. It does look like the hunt is, albeit slightly on. 2 Ts have been released, a little dastardly duo up mid.
Yeah, you know you can buy next round. I would say this is definitely worth it.
Kickit, and I believe James starting to be the spearhead of this hunt towards the A site. And this is where it's so damn crucial for mousesports. These frags are important if they want to stand a chance, a solid go at the second half of this overtime. Kickit's already caught 1. Great flash from Sanji to make it happen. Chris J does just take 1. Woxic keeping hold of his AWP as best he can. So close. James doesn't want to lose his AWP off the time through the wall.
That's so huge. I can't even begin to describe, Alex. They have no AWP now. That's nuts. Did it get recovered? I can see.
No, it was Chris J that got banged.
Oh, I see. I thought it was the Woxic. Okay. I was going to say that's insane. Okay, that's not as detrimental.
He keeps his AWP. Chris J will get given the M4, but my goodness, there are some sacrifices to be made. No nades for Ops at all. Chris J just bringing out that smoke. Woxic did get a frag right before that.
That's what confused you. Yeah. Well, there we go. Still, they'll keep the AWP. That's... Chris J's glass M4. You don't see that much these days. That doesn't come out too often.
Now that is something to end the first half of overtime. It's best of 1. He has got no armor and an M4. That is quite the unique bite.
Need perfection here to get a kill or 2. Woxic alone towards the B side. Remember, mousesports had to win 2 rounds in a row with compromised economy to get us here, but now finding themselves 2-0 down. Losing Chris J to the wall bang at the end of the last round means he has no armor in the M4. Could be enough. It's not too bad, all things considered. They have a FAMAS for Carrigan. Woxic in his AWP, but he's alone towards this side of the map.
Taking his rather aggressive line before enables him to take the first shot and disappear. That's huge. No nades used, and Kickit goes down to Rops. They have the advantage. They look to swing. They look to push where it hurts, and it's not only kills, it's upgrades. AK now for Carrigan. As the majority, in fact, all of AVANGAR start to make their way in. Woxic's going to catch 1, looking to dance through the flames. It's going to take another fight. This time, Buster greets him with a bullet.
There's still a chance to win this. The flashbang's great. That. Really nice. Okay, cancel all that. It looks like mousesports got it under control. It is going to be 2-1 in the first half here. mousesports looked like they were dead and done, Alex, and somehow it's Rops with a nice booster above the boiler room. He'll get the first kill, funneling towards B, and Voxy had to at least get it one there. He was in a difficult position, Molotov'd out, somehow got that kill, bought enough time, and a flashbang to assist Rops through that smoke was absolutely beautiful. So 2-1. It's first to 19, 18-18 with all over again. But for now, swapping over to the CT side. AVANGAR need 1 for match point. Double up set up for them, Jame and Buster to wield the snipers here. And now that is an expensive buy, an MR310K, because now you're already down to $2,000. If both those orbs go down, you lose this round, you're actually in a really difficult spot.
Oh my god, that is so expensive. It's
Yeah.
like Jame and Buster's.
Yeah.
My goodness, that'll cost you a pretty penny.
Jame and Busters. That's not bad. That's the line of the day.
Thanks, mate.
Ribena was up there, but
It
that's
was
taken
close,
up.
yeah. Definitely not Sumj. We'll forget
No.
about that one. But that double AWP, we talked about it not being a priority for mousesports, certainly seems to be for AVANGAR, as Henry has so rightly outlined. The floor is lava, one of my favorite games to play as a child.
I play as a 31-year-old man.
Happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you.
They're starting their crawl. Buster on that secondary AWP. Can he justify? The flash is likely coming. Smoke lands. It's the long one. Smoke in response. mousesports get exactly what they wanted out of that, but now the full execute comes in. Through the smoke they go. The flame does manage to lick Kickert as he's forced back into that smoke. It's full grey screen. Already mousesports taking quite the beating from the Molotovs in response. But look at the positions they've managed to adopt courtesy of these smokes. They're all over. They're like a plague on B. They force out Kickert. Karrigan can get that bomb down. There is no way for Buster to contribute other than a wild shot through the smoke. That wasn't far off. And now looking to play the afterplan. Woxic extends their lead. A huge frag onto construction. He continues to lock that down. Another there, Sanji. And that investment does look like it needs to come back.
Yeah, it has to.
There is still a smoke present. Oh, it's going. Oh, Sanji.
Oh, Sanji.
Okay. Guys, I'm in a bit of a pickle.
Don't want to alarm anyone.
I'm not expecting help. I just want to make it clear.
I might not be surviving
I'm
this.
not saving this AWP. I can have a go.
I'll give it my best shot. I don't want anyone to be mad.
Actually, you know what? They're going to back out through Banana. He's going to hit that. That should be enough for him to start just distancing himself.
You're going to sit in roads. He's
probably
fine.
There we go.
Oh, dear.
Oh, okay.
Karrigan.
Didn't quite go well for Karrigan.
Well then. 17-17. We're all tied up again. So remember, next round is match point. CT-sided map, you'd lean towards AVANGAR, but anything goes at this stage of the game. Like we said, in overtime, you kind of throw away the strat book, the defaults. You're kind of just calling on the fly. That's a really nice... Oh, he has been volatile today, Kicker. He's very passionate. Played a few majors now. You can see he's very invested in this lineup. They came off a 20-day boot camp before this event. You can see that passion. He doesn't want this to go to waste. Good to see. Double up setup still ringing true.
Yeah, so much invested into this one. Woof. Chris J and Kickert, both of them looking pretty damn worse for wear, but Kickert's still breathing. Frozen low as well. This is going to be a difficult round for mousesports to overcome. A double in absent. Wow. Rops has the audacity to just take one fight. Didn't have to swing any wider than that. Not wise to James' position, though. A shot was not fired, so it didn't reveal. Big note of the lineup there. As they look to take A, this could be the full commit. The utility's certainly there for it. Here they go. Jay misses a shot, uncharacteristic from him. They're starting to close this gap. There's so much time. mousesports don't have to commit, but they choose to. Adrian with what? Double kill already. Rops now on the balcony, and he catches him. Nearly 3, though.
Yeah, that was very good from Adren. He was good for 3 there. Didn't quite have the bullets to make it happen. 2 versus 2. Anyone's round. Rops and Kicker both low. All up in the hands of Kicker here. Buster still alive and well, but the retake begins now. Molotov down towards Arch, buying time. Smoke won't help them out too much. It's looking very good for mousesports now.
It really is. A bike position as well from Rops. It's just a headshot angle. Woxic, he's going to be gifted
Spotted
kicker
him.
in just a moment's time. Quick shot. Rops does tag up Buster, but he's going to try and back away from this one. Keep hold of everything he's got. M4, Kevlar kit, all of that good stuff. mousesports making it clear. You can hear the coach celebrating already.
Yeah, he knows what's going down here. Rops will be going down with the ship. And it will be match point mousesports. 18-17. One more will do it. Buster, the only player to survive there, but the money isn't... Oh, it is actually a bit problematic. They'll have to juggle things around, but there's enough to at least get a buy out there. mousesports, huge advantage
Buster
here.
can drop an M4, or he goes nades. Yeah, dropping a FAMAS so he can have nades.
Yeah,
okay.
there's only one issue here. I guess Sanji, okay, he did have enough money to get grenades. I was like, if he's going glass cannon, FAMAS.
No, yeah.
That's
a
insane.
gift from Buster. This is it then. Will we see another overtime, or will mousesports with an AWPA with a different mouse manage to close this one out? Quite the crazy ride it's been. Crazy this has just been a best of one, Henry. I feel like this is all the ups and downs and the highs and lows of a best of three.
We still have another game to go after this.
It's
Plenty of more Counter-Strike
oil,
action coming your way, ladies and gentlemen.
I love it.
And we're back again tomorrow as well, from around 1 p.m. I believe CET to do it once more. All the best of three start tomorrow as well.
Cannot wait.
First day's always a little bit surprising and interesting. Second day things start to calm down.
Well, certainly once the three mappers get involved. Oh, James, that was a ambitious shot on the cross. A tight line held, nothing hit, but information gained. B is wide open right now. They don't have anyone investigating from the mousesports side, but a full rotate on match point. And I say that. Molotov's going to be landing at Adren's feet. He's going to smoke it off and be forced to wait. Forcing utility out of the CTs, if nothing else. Flash lands, doesn't quite catch Kickit, who's there to try and trade off of anyone hunting Adren, who's still locked in. Nice work.
Yeah, that's really well played. Adren was dead. He didn't have anything there. Now he's still in position. They've actually got a man advantage here, looking to find double overtime. But Carrigan, he's got other ideas. That's a wide open B bomb site.
Sheesh, that's a problem. Rops actually can do so much damage here, catching them in the rotate. They're not going to be ready for this, but Sanji is.
He's always ready.
3 versus 3. They're going to have to regroup, pool their resources. Why is Sanji heading towards Apps? It's such a long rotate. Admittedly, the bomb's not down yet in the hands of Woxic. He'll do that now. So 2 versus 3. Carrigan and Woxic to take them across the line, or AVANGAR to take us to a second overtime. Woxic's given a chance, takes the shot, falls off. Carrigan in the meantime does not slip up and actually takes James out of this equation. He just wants to fight. He wants to brawl. So ready, so willing. mousesports take the win, and that's 19-17. Do it in overtime. No mouse, no problem.
That is quite the game. That's game of the day, I have to say. That had it all. That had some awkward moments from mousesports. You can see they were up and down in the first half. They were making mistakes, but it started to come together in the second. They were down 15-13. It scraped together 2 rounds to get us to overtime. It looked like they were done for with a 3rd round force buy. It just about gets them over the finish line there. Chris J with M4, no armor, no nades. It's enough to get them into at least 1 round of overtime here, and then they perform. Rops and Carrigan getting it done in our final rounds.
It's just so crazy. I mean, the fact that AVANGAR lose 2 rounds back-to-back, go into overtime and win those 2 rounds back-to-back, admittedly, economy is a factor, but that, it's gonna sting. It always does. Undefeated for day 1 for mousesports. That will be them. They'll be added to a rather exclusive club. I mean, we've seen the likes of North, of course, prevail in round 2 of their match versus Simon, G2 versus the Dream Eaters, but AVANGAR, I mean, that's like the biggest feather in their cap for now is with mousesports. That's the hardest opponent we've seen, the hardest head-to-head game of the day for me so far.
Absolutely, and there's still 1 more to come. That's the crazy thing here.
God, yeah.
We are burning the midnight hour. It's just gone 12 o'clock here. We're officially doing it, Alex, and we have 1 more to come. Do you know what the next game is?
Do you know what the advantage of being like really slow to read analog clocks is? You have no idea what the time is.
See what's there again. I don't even wear one.
I'm like,
there we go, it's right now.
Oh yeah.
Keep it on the table.
The next one, I think it's Furia Crazy, which would be crazy. Actually, you haven't seen too much of Crazy yet, have you?
I haven't. No. I'm very aware of the players they have within their arsenal, but I haven't watched these guys play yet.
A story to come, but there is many more stories unfolding on the stage with Sue.
Himself, there was so much to uncover from that map, so much excitement headed all the way to overtime. Did you expect it to be as close and exciting as it was?
I think AVANGAR have shown the last few months that they're a good team. I know they're just at Adren, so coming to this tournament, they're maybe harder to predict than back in the days. So I thought it would be hard, but I didn't think it would be this hard. So we had to grind out, and we lost some rounds we shouldn't have lost in the beginning of T-side, but in the end we won in overtime, and that's the most important thing.
Yeah, let's break it down starting from that first half. Just as you said, they were able to get a lot of rounds on the board with a lot of successful rounds for them. And then the score was 7-2, and you guys were able to put them on eco and sort of get that momentum back. So talk about how important that was.
Yeah, I think there was few rounds. I think there was 2 rounds. We lost some 2-2s in the after plan situation, and we kind of knew the money was bad. So if you just win one of those 2, we can even come back early in the half. But in there, we managed to break the money, and I think that like 2 or 3 half buys or ecos in the end. So I think we played good as a team. Few mistakes here and there, but we can fix that for tomorrow.
And overall, personally, for yourself, you've had a really, really great day of Counter-Strike. And in fact, you've been able to show sometimes to make these like very confident, aggressive plays. Do you think that's a result of being able to play with a team that believes in you, has confidence in you, as sometimes we haven't been able to see this type of Kerrigan in previous teams?
Yeah, I think it always happens in the beginning of a team where I can go in first if I have a read and everybody just follows me. As soon as I go in first and the team doesn't believe that I think it's stack A or stack B, then that's where it kind of goes bad. So even Chris said like in the overtime, just follow Finn, whatever he says, just do it, and we just do it together as a team. So that gives me a lot of confidence and belief that Chris, whatever I say, he will just follow and go together with me inside B, for example, in the last round. So yeah, I think it's come down to me playing a lot individually and also a team that believes in me and the way we play.
Well, it's been really fantastic to watch. 2 wins already secured. What was it like working with the team headed into the major? What were the specific things that you worked on that seems to be working out today?
Yeah, I think first of all is like I already booked vacation 8 months ago, 8 months before I went on it. So we basically only had 6 days to practice to this event. Full on focus on the boot camp, play a little less practice games and focus more on the individual part, and also the games we played, focus on the mistakes, something like how should we play if you're 4-5, and especially the first game 4s, I think you saw that we won many 4-5s, which we maybe in the other times wouldn't win. So that has been the main focus during the bootcamp. How do we play as a team in case Voxic doesn't have a game where he just shoots everyone? And I think it worked out pretty good today.
Well, it's absolutely amazing to see the progress that mousesports continues to make. So congratulations once again with those 2 wins. And guys, don't go anywhere. When we come back from this break, we have one last best of 1 coming up. You don't want to miss it.